You remember what happened last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Let us follow him, but put away your gun, Doctor. We must not risk wounding Henry.
He went in.
Of course. How could we have been so naive?
Do you need to re-explain what happened up to this point?
No.
So you remember that Hugo took over Henry and then is now running over here? Okay.
Now it is obvious that the room which Charles rearranged was Hugo's former room. That explains the presence of the plan of conjuration, and he...
You see what I mean? That room Henry had was Hugo's.
This is not the time for hypotheses, Holmes. We must find the means to free Henry from Hugo's hold.
This guy is not as slow as I would be.
Here is your cement, Holmes.
Yes, but it is hopelessly dry, useless in this state.
This must have been a storage shed. Look at all of these items.
Certainly, but we are only interested in the key. It will not be easy to find it in this pigsty.
This is where Mary Baskerville lived. But why out here and not the mansion?
Did you observe the sofa, Watson? Does it not remind you of anything? It is obvious that Mary was a psychoanalyst, an activity that requires a great deal of peace and quiet.
This is Mary right here, by the way, when you see my mouse.
Oh, yeah.
That's Mary, and then over there, that little boy is Oliver.
I'm sure her patients also appreciated the discretion of this place.
I'll cut the time off for you, by the way, baby, because it was a long video. This is like almost an hour long, so I'll just cut between those fine sections for you. I never was good at this puzzle. There we go. That's good enough for me. This one I was good at, though. See what they're doing, Bendy?
No.
They're making a symbol, or making like a thingy. Shoot, it's hard to
Like,
explain.
the certain one can't be next to each other or something.
No, they're making like a logo. see it now?
Yeah, I see it.
Make like an eye or whatever.
Leaving the manor did not prevent Mary from being slaughtered by the beast.
Difficult to escape such a destiny. A small
And just finish what the guy
A
said.
small
Small key that could open Oliver's door, which is the door that's like right here, in the far left of the screen. Okay. Bro did not need to do this immediately. I would have waited. If you don't get the puzzle, don't worry. I don't really get it either.
According to what we know, Oliver seemed to be the focus of Hugo's wrath. That the child should be forced to leave the manor for this place. The poor boy had to live with the fear of crossing his brother.
Fortunately, he seems to have found love and consolation with the gardeners who took him in, but this didn't prevent his sudden disappearance. Let us try to discover how and why.
Now this one's a matching puzzle game, so like the horses have to be on one line. All the guardsmen have to be on another line. You know what you see what I mean?
Yeah.
The bowmen have to be on a different line. I like that one has
Traces
purple eyes.
of the
Makes it
beast's
look good.
passage. On the other hand, everything is ransacked. The work of Hugo, without doubt. He was looking for something.
So, the disappearance of Oliver is not a consequence of the curse. Interesting. this muck on the child's shoe, Holmes?
Does this remind you of something? Just check your shoes, Watson. See the brownish clay dotted with ferrous particles that sticks to the soles? It is the earth of the abandoned mine. I would like to be sure of it. Let us go back there.
It is so deep that I cannot see the bottom.
Do not approach its edge, Watson. The rock is slippery.
The body of Oliver could lie there at the bottom of that dark abyss. But something puzzles me. If the young man was not a victim of the curse, why was his picture altered like the other Baskervilles?
If Oliver was never found, it is likely that he did not receive the last Christian sacraments, and without it, no eternal rest.
I believe I can give them to him. My Catholic education allows me to do it, but I am going to need particular items.
It is Clarissa, the wife of Hugo. We have something of importance here. Hugo will not be insensible to the memory of the one he loved and killed.
We should find a way to give the picture color. Why was Mary in possession of this portrait?
As a psychoanalyst, she had to listen to confessions of numerous members of her family. I assume that the curse and Hugo were recurring subjects of these consultations. Perhaps a lingering subconscious fear of Hugo was common among the Baskervilles, and to have the portrait of his lost wife would be the best means to destabilize him.
Get the puzzle, Bendy?
Yeah,
You have to get
Okay.
more of those.
not really.
It's like checkers, kinda. See?
Yeah, like, I know how to play checkers.
Well, it's a pretty common board game, Bendy.
I don't play checkers. I have no idea how to do it.
Well, I'm just gonna cut like a, I don't know, 10 minutes off because that guy was just sitting here waiting for this stupid badge. And this, see that? It's a painting of the mine area. Don't know why that painting was important, but it was there, I guess. So.
Look, there is a secret item here. Perhaps a find made by Oliver.
It's a metal circle. It should help us to open the secret door near the abyss. It's open. Now we shall discover what Hugo hid in this secret place for more than 200 years.
What a smell! There's been no fresh air here for centuries.
Yeah.
All this resembles a laboratory of chemistry or alchemy. It seems Hugo lived in this damp place. How many years did he spend here?
I don't really want to know how bad that must have smelled if that door had been closed for 200 years. I don't want to imagine that smell. Oh, let's not think about that.
Signs of violence?
Indeed, Hugo was not killed by the animal. I think that he used alchemy successfully to avoid something. It is this something, or somebody, who threw the curse on the descendants of Hugo, a kind of revenge.
If this puzzle is some kind of weird, elaborate math equation that I do not understand, nor will I ever understand that one. But I do remember liking this puzzle. This puzzle was fun when I liked doing this one. But I haven't played this game. I haven't played this edition of the game in so long that I don't actually remember how it specifically goes. I already kind of know what, I already get it. I already can get exactly what they need to do for this puzzle. Even before this guy got to it. Bam.
Incredible. We have recreated the potion which Hugo used to separate his soul from his body. If we could again use it on him, we should be able to reproduce the process and free Sir Henry.
Hugo will soon discover that we found his secret laboratory. We must find a way to neutralize him without hurting him.
I wonder if Hugo can see the wolf heads. Oh, yep. Look, Bendy. How did he get there when the door is like right here? How did he get over there? Who knows? He just did. You know?
Congratulations, you discovered my small cozy nest. What a pity you won't live to tell anyone about it.
He does have a pretty good lab though, right? Like, look at that thing. That looks like a really good lab.
We not only discovered your laboratory, Hugo Baskerville, we also determined the means by which you transferred your soul. In fact, we know almost everything about your plan. The medallion was concealing your soul. You have hidden clues everywhere to fool the Baskervilles and encourage them to reproduce the summoning ritual. But the ritual was intended to provoke your return and not to kill the beast from hell. We also know that you're responsible for the death of your brother, Oliver. We lack a detail, however. What is it that you seek to escape?
But the devil, of course. I was foolish enough to make a contract with him, but you see, the devil is no harder to fool than my family. He wants my soul, he has to find it first. And if my soul would leave my body and find refuge elsewhere, waiting patiently for a Baskerville to return, certainly the idea of being fooled by a human, even a brilliant one, didn't please him. He found nothing better than to throw his little dog on my descendants as revenge.
A pact, of course. Your soul for the love of the person who was ignoring you. Your soul for the love of Clarissa.
Look, Hugo. Look at the face of your beloved who died because of you. Look at your wife, Hugo.
No! Oh, it's her. My beautiful Clarissa. No! No!
Use the potion, Holmes, while he is distracted.
And why during this time?
What? What?
Shorts, bothering pants.
Oh, I thought you were paying attention to the important lore cutscene, Bendy.
I am paying attention.
Well, this is the cutscene that I skipped because, you know, we were gonna see it here. At the end of the game last time that you were complaining about.
I am.
He will be here soon.
I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
My friends, what a pleasure to see you again.
We are glad to see you too, Henry. Plus, I think that you have a surprise for us.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, it's impossible to surprise you, but perhaps a small clue would be useful. It is a testimony of my gratitude after what you have done for my family.
But, Sir Henry, to solve the Baskervilles case was indeed the most delightful reward for a detective like me.
Anyway, let me introduce my gift.
Introduce?
My dear Holmes, let me present to you the terrible hound of the Baskervilles.
Yeah, the horrible hound of the Baskerville. Wow, it's so vicious.
Oh, there was one other thing. There's this, but this isn't really. It's just like, oh, here's a special little puzzle, and then you beat the puzzle. You get the secret lore about each character, but I don't think you really care about that, do you?
What?
The secret lore for
lore?
these characters, that doesn't really. It's just
Not
like, oh,
really.
here's,